how are you? Okay. John says he also passes before his time, but gives me a little bit more father figure vibes. I feel like he passes from something underlying medically. But he passes suddenly and really unexpectedly. And the reason I'm going to say medically is because he makes a comment like, he's defied death a couple times. He's either a rebel without a cause or has very fantastic luck. And so I feel like it's something like underlying medically, or you don't catch it till it's almost too late. But realistically, sunshine, we don't necessarily expect it to happen. He goes, no, seriously, Kato, like all at once. Like sunshine, everything feels great, just a regular Tuesday, and then bam, it just like all tumbles and escalates out of control like snowballs. It's like if a good day could just snowball into the worst day, but then it's all done and the sun is still shining. That's what it felt like when I passed. I was like, damn, that's dark. That's dark for a happy day. Tells me he passed before his time. I think there's a moment of him saying to myself, damn, I cannot breathe, or like, why do my lungs feel like that? And then gone. There was some sort of moment of like, is that my, and then done. There's like a brief moment of consciousness. So it almost seems like something escalates, goes completely out of, it almost seems like an accident, or something completely escalates or goes in a direction we don't expect it to, and then you're realizing something happened to your physical body, but it's like a perfect, beautiful day outside. And then Brittany's like, oh my God, yes. What happened? And who is it to you? I would love to know. Andrea just showed up. She's going to share the live a bajillion times like she do. Every time. I'm going to have a drink of water while I'm waiting on her response. Okay, so listen. She said, yes, he had underlying heart issues. So I'm like, I think this is an underlying medical thing, because like it didn't kill you the first time. He had open heart surgery a few months prior, and this is her grandfather, excuse me. So he had open heart surgery. So he's lying there all sunshiny, and then he does 2 for medical, or we don't realize, like we can't really save it until it's too late, until the end. So this guy has open heart surgery and dies a month later from it. Did not expect it, did not expect to see it, did not expect himself to pass, so he didn't see it coming. He passed extremely suddenly. Everything snowballed out of control, and then he talked, and that's why he talked about, remember, I'm like, this must be some sort of accident, because he's like, is that why am I breathing like this? Because all of a sudden, he has this open heart surgery that basically goes bad, and he's like, wait a second, is that my heart? He is passed unexpectedly, home alone. We don't know the exact cause of his passing, but we are assuming it was heart related. Yeah, he just felt all these like pinching sensations. It almost seemed as if like I see like a hose, and you're smacking a hose, and eventually it's like tink tink, and then this whoosh, and then it's got this little spray coming out of it. So in my just visual opinion, I would say that it's almost just like his heart just tired, like whatever side they patched up, the other side went bad out of nowhere. And he knew what it was, because he's like, is that my, and so if he just had open heart surgery, well, he knows where the discomforts of that from his journey healing, essentially. So he's going to be able to tell us, like, it was, is that my heart? Oh my God, ting, 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 ting. And remember how he said he felt all those little pains? Yeah, it just seems like everything kind of. He says that he's thankful for those that were taking care of him at the end. I don't know if you mentioned anything about him. I mean, maybe we didn't, or we didn't say much. But he's talking about someone taking care of him right at the end, or him being taken care of. I know you say he's home alone, but I don't feel like he is alone. He doesn't feel alone, he's talking about who takes care of him, or who was there, or he talks about He gives me sign and symbols like I walk in the house and I realize someone had just left, or this couch was still warm. Someone was just there, or someone was very close. I don't feel like someone's like all the way across the country and then grandpa laid there for 3 days, and like I just don't feel like it was anything like that. I feel like he was just very cared about, and we didn't want him to be by himself when it happened.